All right, dude. Look, we want to compliment a flyover.
Yeah, we bash a lot of flyovers.
So. The whole song or just the part with the airplanes?
Part with the airplanes, so we don't get copywritten. Oh, she sounds horrible. Nailed it.
Dude.
Perfect.
That's awesome, dude.
Perfect, dude. Good. The San
That's
Diego,
how you do it.
San Diego, South Dakota Viper dudes.
That's how you do it.
Thank you. You look good. The singer sounded like crap, but you nailed the timing.
Nailed it.
Like that.
Go fourth gen.
Brave. That's everybody was in formation. No random people were in front of each other.
Nope.
Perfect.
Nope. Exactly. That's exactly how it should look. And that's good, man. They got 4 jets airborne, and all across show center, right on time, man. Perfect.
Amazing.
That's right.
The singer held the note for the whole flyby, though. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty good.
But she kind of like, I don't. Just
might have been the audio recording, dude.
Probably, but just sing the thing. We don't want to hear you. We want to hear the jets. Like
facts.
That's mover. The heck with your anthem. I want to hear that. I want to hear
America
the General
is
Electrics.
about jet noise. That is the sound of freedom, not your little song. I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. What it sounds like. And then this day, we just couldn't get any better. If you were a military aviation enthusiast, they added it. Send it.
Yeah, to put the cherry on top.
The 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. Doing a pace lap with Corvettes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Doesn't get any cooler than that.
That is so cool.
Look at that. And I don't think that's 1,000 feet. Above the highest school.
No.
I don't think such rules. I know those rules don't apply. Number one. Number two, the Air Force would never do that.
No. Although they would do it. The helo would be 1,500 feet above, and the camera would be like, "Whoa, this is awesome." Yeah, but that, dude, it doesn't. I tell you what, look, 4 Vipers nailing the anthem, Army helicopters doing the pace lap. Indy, like it doesn't get any more American than that. That's awesome. But like, I mean, mover, do you think the cars felt a lot of the rotor wash? I mean, I imagine there'd be a lot of like rotor wash from that. And those are they're lightweight cars, right?
I mean, it might have jostled them a little bit, but I mean, those things have so much like downforce and aerodynamics and stuff. Like I don't know. I mean, it's a good. Doug, what do you think?
I have no data.
Yeah.
I'd love to try it though. I mean, you've got a Corvette. All we need is a helicopter, and we got enough people to try it.
Well, I mean, like you said, I mean, they were at the appropriate altitude for awesomeness, as they should be. But
correct.
I was like, man, I bet those guys in the cars up front could really feel the
it depends on the winds too. I mean, the winds could be blowing the rotor wash off. The people in the stands felt it. I guarantee you the people in the stands were feeling some, because I mean, you could feel it when the cars go by.
For sure, they were smelling burnt jet fuel. Which is awesome.
Jet fuel and race gas.
And
I'm not sure.
Rain.
Yeah, how much cooler could you get? And that is the essence of America. 1992 at the Hooters Cup or Hooters whatever Atlanta race, Apaches did that at NASCAR. And it's one of the coolest videos ever. And now we have the 160. The only thing I will complain about is I wish they'd have, instead of doing 2 Blackhawks, the little birds.
Yeah, but dude, I mean,
birds would have been cool.
We're splitting hairs.
Oh, we are. Yeah. I mean, we're Air Force nerds. Never would happen. Although, didn't one year a Viper do like a Thunderbird or something, do like the track? Like fly over the track at 1,000 feet.
I don't know. You say that, and now it does jar some gray matter.
Yeah,
it does sound familiar. I'm not sure,
but certainly not at that altitude. They're below the fence, like the catch fence. So
they were at the appropriate altitude for doing the pace lap.
To wave, to be a part of the festivities and to wave. You don't want to be too high. Also, they're the most elite helicopter pilots on the planet, so I'll give them whatever they want to do.
But dude, like that little girl at the end. Think about all the little kids in the grandstands that are like,
Oh yeah.
was like, I want to be just like those guys in the helicopter. Like that, the Army did not have to spend any more money on advertising for that show.
Yeah.
I mean, done, dude. Put a stamp on it. I mean, it doesn't get any more cooler than that. I mean,
The Army's got a history of doing like the Apaches, and then they one time dropped off the pace car in a Chinook.
really?
Yeah, they've landed the Chinook, and the pace car has driven off that was a NASCAR race. Yeah.
Yes, I remember
Dude,
that.
Army can do some if they try. The problem is sometimes they don't try, and they do a lot of weird stuff. But this was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Air Force needs to take some notes here.
Yeah. And that's
I mean-
about as low as they need to fly around DC because
Yeah. Any higher.
any higher and you're going to make somebody do a go around. So,
Oh, yeah. Jeez, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, whew,
We
I
can
would have
listen to his
loved
Army
to have
stories.
seen it in person because there's the raw power of, I mean, dude, all the noise and the smells. I mean, dude, it would have been a cool.
Like, dude, like I'm saying, like every kid there, if I'm thinking back like 8, 9, 10-year-old Gonky right now, I am a freaking Black Hawk pilot, dude.
Well, going back to the Viper thing, you notice it wasn't like Hayaka, right? It wasn't like this afterburner. You know why? That's why it looked good. And this is a caution. I want to tell every flight lead, the best you can do on any kind of flyover is break even. And in order to not get mocked on the Facebook group with a bunch of old dudes that all they care about is fingertip, you have to be in good fingertip formation. And the only way to do that is for a stable number one flight lead platform. And the way to do that is 300 knots, boring, straight and level, no afterburner, because boring is on time, eventually looks good, just like these dudes does. This is not me bashing them in any kind of way. I'm saying in order to get that product, don't be extra, because every time somebody tries to be extra, they're like, whoa, we're going to light the burners just as we go by. We're going to, make a turn, or, we're going to do all this extra stuff. You do the extra stuff, it looks like ass. It always does. Never works out.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I mean, no matter like any kind of precision flying, whether it's flying the ball behind the ship or you're trying to land an airliner, right? You want to be stabilized out at range. And the best way to do that is keep everything simple, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Throwing in a little burner is usually a pretty safe bet, because usually you throw it in within earshot and you're not going to mess the timing up that much. But I agree with you, Mover. I always tried to make it as vanilla as possible. And, one of my old skippers told me, he's like, most people are just impressed to see a gray jet. He's like, so you don't have to do anything super crazy. A lot of people have never seen a real F-18 before. So if you just bring it past them, they're just stoked, So yeah, dude, the best you can do is break even, man. You're not gonna win an award for the best flyby.
Yeah. Oh, but you could lose your wings.
Yeah, you could.
As
Like I
people
said,
have learned.
Yeah, it's a terrible investment.
Yeah.
The best you're gonna do is get your money back.
It's like a Corvette you sell after 6 months.
Yeah, just like that.